ice-choked streets of Deadwood, South Dakota, 1876. A legend walked with a quiet step and a steady hand. He was known to the world as Wild Bill Hickok, gunfighter, lawman, gambler. But behind the glint of his pistols and the glare in his eyes was a truth few ever knew. This is not the story of his duels. This is not the tale of the cards that spelled his doom. This is the untold story of the man who carried justice in one hand and compassion in the other. Before he was Wild Bill, James Butler Hickok was just a boy from Illinois, raised on values as rugged as the plains and as warm as a hearthfire. His father, an abolitionist, risked everything to shelter runaway slaves. Bill learned early, justice wasn't just about the law, it was about doing what was right, no matter the cost. When the Civil War broke out, Bill served as a Union scout and sharpshooter. His name echoed across camps like the crack of a rifle, but in between missions, he'd be found writing letters, not to generals or gamblers, but to widows and mothers of fallen soldiers. He wrote not with bloodlust, but with grace. He believed people deserved to remember the kindness of their lost sons. After the war, Wild Bill became a lawman in Kansas. His reputation for quick justice spread far and wide, but what few speak of is how often he spared a life. He once stood down a drunken rancher threatening townsfolk, not with bullets, but with words. "You don't want to die today," he said, lowering his gun. "And I don't want to be the one who sends you." The man wept. Bill helped him get sober. They became friends. And then there was the child. In 1871, in Abilene, a cholera outbreak gripped the town. While many fled, Bill stayed. One evening he found a little girl alone in an alley, fevered and near death. Her parents were gone. Without hesitation, he carried her in his arms, nursed her back to health, and gave her his own coat to keep her warm. "Don't be afraid," he whispered. "The world still has good in it." That child would grow up and name her son William in honor of the man who saved her life, not with a gun, but with kindness. And yet, the world remembers the final card. He held the infamous dead man's hand, aces and eights. But what if the truest hand Bill ever played wasn't the one that killed, but the one that lifted others up? The truth is, Wild Bill Hickok wasn't just a gunslinger. He was a man worn down by violence, searching for peace in a lawless land. He once wrote in a letter, "If I am to be remembered, let it be for the lives I touched, not the ones I took." And in his final days, that's exactly what he tried to do: share stories, help strangers, and live simply. His death was sudden, shot from behind during a poker game, but his legacy, that endures, not in bullets, but in the stories of those he helped quietly, selflessly, away from the spotlight. So when you think of Wild Bill Hickok, don't just see the gunfighter. See the man who held a dying child and whispered hope. See the lawman who offered mercy instead of vengeance. See the hero who walked through a violent world and still believed in humanity. Because sometimes the wildest men have the kindest hearts, and that is the untold story of Wild Bill